Exciting news, our FA Cup run, which continues in this episode, has not gone unnoticed, and I've just been given a new contract at St Albans on £625 a week. That is a massive pay rise on the £500 a week I was on previously, and of course means we can head back to Rightmove. We can now afford to buy something for up to £160,000. Look at all these properties that are available. Let's have a look at the first one. We've got a park home, a 2-bedroom park home. So effectively, it's a caravan type shed thing. It's 2 bedrooms. It looks lovely. Beautifully maintained. 2 bedrooms, open plan kitchen, shower room, well kept gardens, naturists only. I'm never going to get somewhere to live in St Albans, am I? Hello and welcome to part 16 of Not League to Legend. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode we have a National League South game against Hungerford, and then the all-important FA Cup second round tie at home to Lincoln. Since you were last with us, nothing's happened. We played the Bromley game on the last episode. Actually, that's not fair. Some things have happened. Firstly, the board agreed to my request to increase the wage budget, so we're now well within budget. We have a budget of £7,440 per week. We've actually got £200 a week spare. We could probably go and get another player. I don't know that we need to go and get another player, but we're closing in on a balance of £500,000. This non-league money management lark, easy peasy. But the other significant change is that I have been given a new contract. If we have a look at my new contract, it's actually a 2-year contract, or a year and a half-ish, but not the end of next season. No, not the end of this season, the end of next season. £625 a week. We have a £1,200 bonus for winning the National League South, a 15% promotion pay rise. We're going to be rolling in it. If we get promoted, we might not have to live in a nudist colony. It'll be amazing. Can I just point out, I haven't got the thing to show you now. You'll have to rewind and check. Just before it said naturists only on there, the item before was communal swimming pool. I don't want to have to buy a house where I'm contractually obliged to swim naked with other people. Nothing against it, but I'm a fat guy. I don't want to swim naked with strangers who I then have to live next door to in a shed. The house hunt continues. But before any of that, we continue with trying to win the league, because our league form has been very, very good. We're playing against Hungerford, and this is the team that we're putting out there. So we have Davies in goal, a back four of Wyatt, Bender, McKenna and Blur, with Patterson, Bosma, Sambu and Sadie in midfield. And we're going with Akpabire and Merson, partly because they were very, very good together in the last game against Bromley, but also new boy Dinanga has picked up a little bit of a knock. He's not going to be out very long. He's just got like an orange thigh. So he should be back in time for the Lincoln game if we decide this partnership doesn't work. But to be honest, it did look very good in the last game against Bromley, so I have a feeling this might be our partnership. But let's get out there and have a proper look at it. I've got no idea where Hungerford are in the league, but the form we're in, I've got to expect to beat them regardless. So Hungerford are mid-table, 15th, 16th-ish, I think. 15th place. We are level on points at the top of the league with Slough and Welling. We don't have as good a goal difference as Slough, so that's something we probably need to sort. Now we've got strikers that actually know how to score goals, but to be level on points at the top of the league at this stage of the season with the cup run that we're on, and all that extra money every week, everything is coming up, Kev. I think it's thanks to my new smart look, Kev the Lumberjack. Kev doing his very best Daniel Bryan impression in his lovely little checked shirt. It's not just because it's washing day and all my t-shirts are in the wash. It's a fashion statement. I'm a businessman now. I wear a collar, and because of that, we get results and I get big fat checks. Nothing at all has happened in that first half. Literally, the highlight of that 45 minutes was me showing you my collar. Right, assertively. We do need to win the game. Teddy Blur loves it, which is good. I hope we're not getting that usual thing you get in FM where there's a big cup match on the horizon and you get the distraction of the big cup match. We have got Horton on the bench, and we showed how much he wanted to get a start against Lincoln in the Bromley game when he came on and scored an absolute screamer. And I think we're probably going to bring him on sooner rather than later. Probably get Denanga on as well. I'm not sure which one of the strikers makes way for him, but they've done nothing so far today, and we're now behind. We need to push forward a little bit. We need to show some passion. Come on, lads. This is just silly. We've just absolutely destroyed a team from the division above, and now we can't beat a team that, I mean, I'll level with you. If it wasn't for Football Manager, I'd never heard of a place called Hungerford. Have you heard of a place called Hungerford? I'm not entirely sure it's real. We shouldn't be losing to them. And a defeat pushes us way back, potentially out of the playoff picture, because it's so tight at the top of the league at the moment. Right, we're going to take off Peterborough, and we're going to go with Denanga and Merson. And we're going to do that and play Denanga as his natural pressing forward. And we're also going to bring Horton on in midfield. And you know what? We're going to do a triple. We're going to bring Wilkin on the left wing as well. And we've already pushed them forward attacking, haven't we? And now we're going to tell him to get creative. And Blur's having a terrible game. Ben Hurd might be in line for a recall. Attack? Anybody? Are we going to do anything? Wyatt with a free kick. Chance to equalise. Off the crossbar and into the hands of the goalkeepers. That's how close to going over the line that was. It didn't hit the crossbar and bounce back out. It hit the crossbar and went directly down into the goalkeeper's hands. It just hasn't been our day today. We've not really created anything. That was pathetic. The one good thing about that is it gives me the opportunity to really shout at the players to get them ready for Lincoln. So they're now all motivated for the Lincoln game. It's like they've done it on purpose. But we need much better than that if we're going to stand a chance against a team who are currently mid-table in League One. Don't worry, I'm still me. We didn't stay inside our wage budget for long. As you can see, we are quite significantly over it. I don't understand. The player I've brought in, I'm paying £300 a week. We were £200 a week under the budget. We're now £200 a week over the budget. Where's the other £100 a week going? Who's got that? I don't understand. But we've signed David Noble's replacement. Hopefully he's as good as he looks. Adam Bale, 21-year-old, central midfielder, can play defensive midfield, wants to be a Carolero. He's not going to have anything that fancy down in the Conference South, but he is a central midfielder, can also play, apparently, ball-winning midfielder. Now, I'm not one to focus too much on the attributes, but I think my ball-winning midfielders tend to have to be able to win the ball, which I don't know that he can. I'm looking more for a bit of creativity, a bit of forward oomph from Adam Bale. £300 a week, 4-star current ability, 5-star potential to play in League Two in the future, which is exactly what we're looking for from him. We want to be bringing in players who can hopefully do that, hopefully be with us through a promotion or two. And Adam Bale looks like he could definitely be one of those. Was at Sunderland previously, signed for Ebbsfleet at the start of this season, got an assist from his one appearance, and for some reason they let him go. I don't know why. Perhaps we'll find out that he's with us now and come straight into the team today for the Lincoln game as well. We've had there has been that bit of a gap in the centre of midfield where I'm not sure who was Noble's replacement. Bosma wasn't really doing it. Horton wasn't really doing it. Hopefully Bale can come in and be that man. I'm also bringing Sanders in at left back, just because, I mean, I want to try something a little bit different. Attacking wise, I think Sanders maybe has a little bit more to offer attack wise than Wyatt. I'm playing against a League One team and I'm trying to attack with my fullbacks. But we were so pathetic going forward in that last game that I've got to try something. And there's not many other areas of the pitch where it's obvious to make a change. The other area, of course, is up front where Denanga comes back in to have him and Akpabire together again. So when they play together, they both play very well. When they're not together, they're both a little bit useless. I don't know what that says about them. Or maybe Sam Merson, as he's the one who can't seem to form a partnership with either of them. But let's get into the game. All eyes on Adam Bale. What we really want here is a big crowd, and I mean a big crowd and a draw. A draw would be phenomenal because then we could go back to their place. But good luck. Go and pull off an upset. Why not? We've got to give our lads a little bit of backing. They've done exceptionally well to make it this far. Couple of posh rejects in the team as well for Lincoln. Sean Brisley, Michael Boswick, Harry Anderson. They're all former Peterborough players. So I'm familiar with their work. Is that the D Bent knocking around there? Darren Bent is on the bench for Lincoln as well. Only on the bench. They'll just bring him on if they need him. They're 1-0 up, and it is one of the posh rejects has scored. Sean Brisley puts Lincoln 1-0 up after 18 minutes. Look at all the people who are here. We've got a proper turnout. We don't normally get any more than about 1,000 people come to a home game. I don't know what the capacity of Clarence Park is, but it looks like it's close to full, which it blooming should be. We've done very, very well to make it this far into the competition. We are, of course, going to get knocked out today, but there's always that little bit of hope, especially while it's still only 1-0, that we could just nick a goal and then either grab that little replay that we want so much for the money, or, you know, maybe do something even more ridiculous and unexpected. But it's another posh reject. Toffolo, the left back. That's 4 posh rejects in the Lincoln team. And, or Toffolo, I don't even know how to say his name. He didn't leave me with that much of an impression when he played for Posh. I think we've been very good in that first half. Unlucky. Things have gone well. I've relaxed them all. I was looking to relax them. That's what it's all about. Bale now. First chance to really have a look at Bale. And he did brilliantly. And it's with Sadie coming down the right wing. Obviously, this is just the start of the second half highlight. Presumably, nothing's going to happen here. Bale gets a tackle in. I was wrong about him. He is a ball-winning midfielder. But it was just the start of the second half highlight. Right, at some point, obviously, we are going to have to go and try and get back into this game. But I want to really delay that as long as I possibly can. The one thing we've got going for us at the moment is their only goal has come from a set piece. But we've only had one shot and we missed with it. So it's all well and good saying, well, we're not really giving them a lot of chances. And that's true. But we are behind and we are not getting back into it unless we score at least one goal. Bale again getting a tackle in. I was so wrong about that, man. Denanga, that's poor. And that's given Lincoln an opportunity there. But we track back again. It's with Bale again in midfield. Plays it forward to Akpabire and it's with Denanga. Akpabire's continued his run. There he is. He's through on goal and forces a save out of the Lincoln keeper. That's been our first big chance of the game. Anyone's first big chance of the game, really. And we've got a corner. It's Sadie to take. Corner comes in, doesn't even beat the first defender, but Denanga's there. But he's had a poor game. He can't get it under control. And I don't know what happened there. The whole game slowed down as if a free kick had been given, but it didn't. Bender then kicked it forward and things carried on. It's Blur now to take the free kick. Floats it forward towards Bale, who can't quite get there. Denanga's there and scores! I mean, it's bobbled around like nobody's business. He had no right at all to score from there, but it's 1-1. St Albans 1, Lincoln 1. We've done it from a set piece as well. Denanga's been really poor today, but I mean, that's just bobble, and it's bobbled under the keeper. 5th goal of the season for Denanga. Of course, that's 5 in like 6 or 7 games, really, because he's only joined us very recently. But this is back on. We've had the better of the chances, although we've only had 2 shots on target. And this would be our dream result. We want a draw here. We want to go back to their place because we want that money. Sadie's been awful. We can get him off and bring Wilkin on. What else can we do? Sambu, not having the best of games. We've got Bosma who can come on if need be, but Bosma is another more attack-minded midfielder who I don't really want to be playing alongside Bale. Unless Bale really can be a ball-winning midfielder, because Sambu's had a really poor game. Perhaps we can do this and just make you do that. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It gets Bosma. Bosma might be able to just create something. He's closer to the David Noble model than anyone else we've got as a midfielder. A much more attack-minded, much more creative player who can take a free kick, can take a corner. Akpabire, we're going to take him off and bring on Sam Merson. Sam Merson deserves the opportunity to have 10 minutes against League One opposition. We'll drop Denanga back to the pressing forward. Denanga's done nothing other than score that goal. Shall we sell him to get creative? We've got 5 minutes left. Let's just see if we can conjure up a winner. Imagine if we managed to win in the first leg. That would be amazing. First leg. Talking like it's a 2-legged affair. This is the FA Cup, man. But, you know, we're earning a replay at the moment. Oh, don't let him in. It is Darren Bent. We noticed him before the game. It's straight at Davis. That's why he's only on Lincoln's bench these days. He must be about 400 years old. I might be able to bring him in to replace David Noble as the man older than me. There's Merson, and that's full time. And we've got the replay, boys and girls. It's the thing we all wanted, the replay monies. I'm not quite sure now what we do about videos because I suppose I have to show you it. But at the same time, I want to make some progress in this season. But I guess I have to show you the replay. Let's see, when is it? When is the replay? Replay is no, that's Boston. So I guess we'll push forward as far as we can and we'll do the replay and Slough. And we won't do the 3rd round draw now. We'll wait until after the replay to show you who we get if we get there. Because obviously going back to their place, we don't stand much of a chance. But fingers crossed, we've already made £50,000 from that first leg. If we can go and get 10,000 people at Lincoln and some more money's coming in, we could be on like £650,000 off a balance, which, I mean, that stands us in good stead. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.